What if the Amazing World of Gumball was never meant to be just a cartoon? Think about it. Those strange glitches throughout the series. Darwin's occasionally empty, soulless eyes that stare beyond the screen. Those cutscenes that never made it to air. Frames that flash by almost too quickly to notice. There's a theory that Gumball was designed to hide a real-life tragedy, and the truth is much darker than anyone expected. Hey everyone! Today we're diving into one of the most unsettling cartoon conspiracies I've ever encountered. If you've watched Gumball, you know it's weird and wonderful. But what if that weirdness was deliberately hiding something sinister? Make sure you watch until the end, because the final connections will genuinely make you question everything you thought you knew about this show. Trust me, you won't see this cartoon the same way again. Let's start with something odd that most viewers overlook. In Elmore, everything is alive. Not just the animals or people, literally everything. Clouds have faces, bananas walk to school, even pixels and static can form sentient beings. It's as if this world was manually crafted, piece by piece, like a patchwork reality stitched together from different dimensions. This isn't just creative freedom or artistic choice. What if Elmore is actually a simulation? A constructed reality designed to contain something else? Think about how often the characters break the fourth wall. Gumball and his friends repeatedly acknowledge they're in a show. They reference episodes, production decisions, even animation styles. Remember that chilling moment in The Disaster when Rob gains control of the remote and literally manipulates reality? Or in The Puppets, when Gumball discovers he's being controlled by unseen forces? Dude, I feel like someone's watching us, Gumball once said to Darwin, looking directly at the viewer. A throwaway line, or something more. A desperate plea from a character trapped in a fabricated world. Why does Gumball constantly glitch through reality? Who is watching them? The show plays these moments for laughs, but they're persistently telling us something's wrong with their world. Have you ever wondered why Elmore has no clear location in the real world? Why technology from different decades coexists? Why the town seems to exist in a bubble, isolated from the rest of reality? The inconsistencies aren't plot holes, they're clues. Here's where things get truly disturbing. There's an actual school with a name eerily similar to Elmore Junior High in California. While the name isn't identical for legal reasons, former students note the resemblance to the cartoon school's layout is uncanny. The hallway configurations, the gymnasium placement, even the color scheme bears a striking resemblance. In late 1998, this real school experienced an incident that was quickly covered up by local authorities. Reports vary, but multiple sources describe a mass incident involving strange behavior among students after lunch period. Some claim it was a chemical leak or food contamination. Others suggest something more experimental, unauthorized testing on an unwitting population. What's undeniable is that several students were hospitalized, and records from that day are suspiciously difficult to locate. Local newspapers from that week are missing from archives, and former students report being told never to discuss what happened. One former student, speaking anonymously, described it as the day everyone went crazy, then pretended it never happened. Just 3 years later, Ben Bockley began developing the concepts that would eventually become the Amazing World of Gumball. Coincidence? The timing aligns perfectly with how long it would take to develop a show concept, pitch it, and begin production. The theory suggests Bockley either knew about the incident or was connected to someone involved. The cartoon became his way of processing this event, transforming a horrific reality into a colorful, chaotic animation where nothing makes sense Because it's not supposed to. It's trauma disguised as entertainment, a warning hidden in plain sight. Have you noticed how many episodes involve the school being quarantined, destroyed, or revealing hidden chambers beneath it? These aren't random plot devices. They're echoes of truth. Look closely at Nicole Watterson, Gumball's mother. While portrayed as just an overworked parent, there are hints she's much more. She displays supernatural strength when angry, able to lift cars and punch through walls. She works at the Rainbow Factory, a place shrouded in mystery that we rarely see. And in several episodes, she demonstrates knowledge of scientific principles far beyond her supposed education. What if Nicole isn't just a mom, but a scientist? What if the Rainbow Factory isn't making rainbows, but serving as a front for experimental research? Some theorists believe Nicole was involved in the real-life incident at the school, perhaps as a researcher whose experiment went wrong. Elmore isn't just a simulation. It's her creation, designed to rewrite history, or perhaps contain something that escaped. Notice how she's often portrayed as controlling, trying desperately to maintain order in a chaotic world. That's not just parenting. That's someone trying to maintain control of a simulation that's beginning to break down. Her character consistently displays knowledge of how things should work, as if she's programmed the rules herself. In The Job, when Richard gets a job and causes reality to break down, it's Nicole who understands what's happening. Why would she comprehend a fundamental glitch in reality unless she helped create that reality? Pay attention to her rare moments of vulnerability. When she fears losing control, the world around her literally begins to destabilize. Those aren't metaphors. They're glitches in the system she's struggling to maintain. It was all a lie. When we piece everything together, a terrifying picture emerges. The Amazing World of Gumball is not just a cartoon. It's a cover-up. It's a digital veil placed over something terrifyingly real. Look at the evidence hiding in plain sight. The persistent glitch sounds throughout the series that increase in frequency as seasons progress. The uncannily realistic backgrounds in certain episodes, particularly those featuring the school. The looping scenes where characters die, only to reset, as if trapped in a program. The void, a place where mistakes are discarded and forgotten, much like unwanted experiment results. The increasingly desperate attempts by characters to escape their world. In later seasons, Gumball's world is breaking down because simulations can't run forever. Reality is bleeding through. The truth is trying to escape. In the final episodes, we see the static taking over Elmore. Most viewers interpreted this as a creative cliffhanger. But what if it represents the simulation finally failing? What if the real experiment subjects, whatever they had become, were finally breaking free? What if the cancellation of the show wasn't a network decision, but a necessary containment procedure? Remember Rob's warning about the end of Elmore in the final episodes? That wasn't just metafictional commentary on the show ending. It was a warning about the breakdown of the containment simulation. What if Gumball never escaped that lab? What if we're still watching the simulation? What if this cartoon is a documented experiment playing out in real time, disguised as children's entertainment? Consider this. We never see the outside world clearly. Whenever characters try to leave Elmore, strange things happen to prevent it. The town exists in isolation because that's how containment works. The next time you watch The Amazing World of Gumball, look closer at the glitches. Listen for the hidden messages in the background noise. Pay attention to the recurring symbols that flash too quickly to consciously register. And ask yourself, why would a children's cartoon repeatedly tell its audience that reality isn't what it seems? Because sometimes the truth is hidden where we'd least expect it, right in front of our eyes, disguised as innocent entertainment. The most effective cover-ups don't hide information. They present it in a form so absurd that no one takes it seriously. Gumball isn't just entertaining us. It's confessing to us. It's warning us. And maybe, just maybe, it's asking for help. What do you think? Is Gumball hiding something darker, or am I reading too much into a clever cartoon? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more theories that'll keep you up at night. Remember to hit that notification bell, because in this world, it's all too easy to miss the signs until it's too late.